Hey everyone, and how's it going? In front of me, I have another Pokemon Scale World figure. I know I said I wasn't gonna collect these, or I said I was not sure about carrying on buying this series, but I don't know. I've been drawn into them for some reason. So in front of me, this one is the Galar region Rillaboom, or Goriranda for his Japanese name. As you can tell from the brown box, this is a web exclusive. So let's just show you that first before I get through the main packaging. So this is just plain brown box. So if you do buy this, you should actually be getting the brown box with it. So let's just get that open and shift to the real packaging. Onto the actual packaging of this particular figure. So it uses the same sort of theme and style as the previous figures have used as well. So again, the Japanese text on the front of the packaging, Pokemon Scale World, and then the name of the character. Again, this is a Japanese product, so it's all going to be the Japanese Pokemon names, not the English ones. I'm mostly familiar with the English names. So you get a picture of Rillaboom on the front as well. Then on the side, it kind of just shows you how it kind of scales with the rest of them. Some of these are still web exclusives, like Corviknight is. Others are kind of in like 10-pack sets, or you can buy them individually, like some of these guys down here. So there's a lot of figures now coming out. I actually didn't realize Dragapult was one of them, so that's interesting. So yeah, quite a lot. And this is not just the Galar region. It is covering previous regions too, including Kanto region. So there's a lot of figures now coming out for this line. So more pictures, this time with the starter and mid evolution for this lineup as well. Again, this is just for Rillaboom. It doesn't include those two. Back of the package just shows a bit more of them, plus Gloria and Victor for the Galar region player characters, and Marnie as well. Actually, I don't even know if Marnie has been on pre-order. I need to double check that one actually. So yeah, just more pictures, and then more for the other starters, which again not included in this set. These are available separately. And then on the underside is just some extra Japanese text and info. It comes with candy, so there's ingredients for that. So I'm going to get this open and give you a look at the actual Rillaboom figure. So here's the figure out of the box, and I mentioned it does come with the candy, so that's what it looks like. Same as the other ones. I'm going to put that to the side. Now you get the main figure itself, plus his drum, which is part of the actual Pokemon itself. And then the drumsticks, one I've already put into his hand, the other I'll just show you doing that. It's nothing too complicated. And there's a little base stand for the drum as well, because the drum does lean forward. So I'll get into that in a little bit more detail, but let's take a look at the figure. Let's might as well take a look at the drumstick first, because it's already out. So this is one of his drumsticks, both identical. So they have the beige cream color and then the light brown. There are some fireworks going off behind me, so just ignore those. So pretty simple drumstick there, and all you got to do is just shove it into his hands like so, and then he's holding his drumsticks. So I'm going to take them out. They look a bit like matchsticks actually. Well, yeah, they look a bit more like matchsticks. So here's the figure itself. It's Rillaboom. You can tell it's Rillaboom. So it's based on I guess the neutral 3D model, I guess you could say. So it's pretty much same as the other style, as the other Pokemon, same style as those that have come before it. The colors look fine, and the sculpt is good. But this is where I guess it's where it ends or changes for me. Like, it's a good thing, but then there's issues in terms of the paint and just the way it's not as clean as I hoped. So again, it looks fine for the Pokemon that it is, but I'll kind of go into the details. So for example, looking at the top of his massive clump of hair, you can see these lines where my fingers kind of are tracing. Got lines there, got some lines here, mostly around this side actually, which is a bit weird. It doesn't really happen on this side. I don't think that's actually intentional. I feel like that's just kind of scuffs that have happened during manufacturing or something, and that's off-putting. That's kind of lame. You're not really going to see it from a big distance, but it's annoying that's happened. That kind of marking has happened on some of the previous figures as well, but not to this extent. You can see some of the seams as well down his arm. Which one was it? Yeah, both arms actually. So you can kind of see a little bit of a seam here, and then mostly it was down his right arm. So you see a little bit of seam. There we go, down his arm, which I'm not a big fan of. I think that could have been a lot cleaner looking. I just don't like those kind of obvious looking issues that happened with, I think Blastoise was guilty of it, and definitely Venusaur. That I just don't like that, and given the price that you're paying for these figures, They end up looking a little bit, or the finish ends up looking a little bit like kind of Gashapon style figures, which is disappointing. But that's where most of my issues are with this particular figure. But in terms of other details, though, he's got the indentations for his collarbone there, and then he's got the ones on the back, which for humans is a mark of beauty, apparently. These little 2 dimples here. Check it out, Google it. Apparently that's a mark of beauty. And then around the cuffs, the leaf cuffs around his hands as well have those little leaf markings, you could say. And then, yeah, of course, he's got the chest detailing, face detailing, eyes as well. Look, the eyes actually look relatively clean. Bit of black paint bleeding on them, but nothing extreme. So generally decent figure. Show his feet to the bottom of his feet. Generally decent looking figure, barring those weird issues, those scuff marks, which really shouldn't be happening. Individually, I still think the figures aren't the strongest when it comes to an individual look, but let's see how he looks when he's with the other ones in a moment. But let me show you the drum before I get to that. So this is his drum, the 2 bigger protruding bits on the top, and then the feet. It leans forward a bit, hence you've got this stand here to lean it against so it doesn't fall over, and then yeah, you just position it next to him, and that's the drum. It's nothing special really. Yeah, not much else to talk about. But let's see how he kind of lines up and scales with the other Pokemon I have, and then we'll take it from there. I do want to mention though as well that the quiff that he's got is a soft plastic, so it has a bit of flex. So we've got Rillaboom along with the Kanto starters and Red. I think scale wise he doesn't look too bad. Occasionally I think he looks a bit small, but I think that's just my eyes playing tricks on me. Overall I think the figures look better in groups rather than individual ones, so that's one of the reasons why I've carried on buying them, and I still probably will buy a few of the others. There's more coming out, so stay tuned for my channel for more of those when they happen. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the other videos for more of Pokemon Scale World. See you next time.